boys and girls, it's Miss Pacelle. Today we are going to be working on converting units of time. So if you don't have your book, that's fine. You just need some notebook paper and a pencil. And if you do have your book, I'm on page 514 and I'm looking at the essential question. And today we want to know and be able to answer this question at the end of the lesson. How do you solve problems that involve different units of time? Now, I looked over at the conversion information that they gave us, and I just wanted you to make note that 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. So I went ahead and added that 1 hour would equal the same amount of time as 3,600 seconds. And the way I got that, there are 60 seconds in a minute and there's 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 times 60 gave me 3,600 seconds in an hour. All right, let's start with our visual learning example from page 514.
How do you solve problems that involve different units of time? Kendall's family is driving to the theater to see a 2-hour movie. Kendall notices this sign at the parking lot closest to the theater. Do you think they should park there? You can convert one of these times so you are comparing like units. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. One way to solve the problem is to convert 2 hours to minutes, then compare. To change from larger units to smaller units, multiply. Remember, 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 2 times 60 minutes equals 120 minutes. Should Kendall's family park in the 90-minute parking lot? Select your answer.
I would say no, because 120 minutes means that they would be there longer than the 90 minutes that they are allowed.
"120 minutes is greater than 90 minutes, so Kendall's family should not park in that lot." Another way to solve the problem is to convert 90 minutes to hours, then compare. To change from smaller units to larger units, divide. 90 divided by 60 equals 90 sixtieths, which equals 1 1/2 hours. 1 1/2 hours is less than 2 hours, so Kendall's family should not park in that lot.
All right, so boys and girls, we are going to work on paper. I've gone ahead and started setting up my paper, so if you need to pause the video or pause my video, you can. This is lesson 12-7. We're converting units of time. I went ahead and put my conversion chart here. 1 hour names the same amount of time as 60 minutes or 3,600 seconds. Those are all equivalent. And we know that 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. Our rule when we're going from larger to smaller units is we're using the operation of multiplication, and we're going from smaller to larger units of time, we're going to use the operation of division. All right, we're going to start. Our problems are on page 515, and we will start looking at problem number 3. Okay. Problem number 3, we're converting 240 seconds to minutes. Okay, so let's think. Seconds are a smaller unit of time than minutes, so we're going from smaller to larger. So that means we're going to be using division. So we need to think how many minutes or how many seconds, are there in a minute? And there are 60. All right, I am fine with you using your calculators today to make things quick. I didn't have my little 4-function calculator like I got you guys, so I'm just using mine that I have here at home. So I'm just going to set it up. So I'm showing my work using the calculator to help with the computations. So 240 divided by 60 is 4. Could have done that mentally because we know 24 divided by 6 is 4 and the zeros cancel out. So 240 seconds is the same amount of time as 4 minutes. All right, let's look at problem number 4. We're going to be converting 2 hours, 18 minutes, and we're going to be converting that to, let's see, we're converting that to minutes. So I already know that 18 minutes are here, so I don't need to mess with that. What I need to deal with is these 2 hours. So you know what? I have these 2 hours. I'm just going to drop down here. Now, we're going from larger unit to smaller unit when we go from hours to minutes. So that is going to be larger to smaller. We're multiplying, and there are 60 minutes in an hour. So the 2 hours would actually be 120 minutes. But don't forget, we have these 18 minutes, right? So 120 plus 18 gives me a grand total of 138 minutes. Okay? So 1 hour or 2 hours, 18 minutes is equal to 138 minutes. All right, number 5. And again, if you need to pause me and rewind and listen to my explanation again, or just simply pause me so that your work is as thorough and detailed as mine, that would be what you need to be doing. All right, number 5, we have 4.5 minutes. So we have a mixed number here. See how much you've learned this year? And we want to know how many seconds is that. So let's talk about minutes and seconds. Minutes are a larger unit of time. So we're going from a larger to a smaller unit. So we're going to be multiplying 4. And there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. That's our unit rate. All right, we've got 4.5 times 60, sorry. All right, so what I can do is I can change my mixed number over to an improper fraction. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 more. So we have 9 halves times 60 over 1. All right. 9 times 60, 9 times 6 is 54. So 9 times 60 is 540 halves. Just going to use my calculator real quick. 540 divided by 2, I get 270. See, we can show our work, but yet use the calculator, okay? We're going to be doing that on our end of grade test. Showing our work, but using the calculator to make sure it's right. So 4.5 minutes is the same as 270 seconds. All right, number 6. We have 80 minutes. And we want to convert that to hours. And I see there must be some minutes left over, which would mean if there's some minutes left over, that means when we divide, we're going to have a remainder. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Minutes compared to hours. Minutes are smaller than hours. And this is just going to be our remainder part, right? So we're going from smaller to larger unit. So we're going to be dividing 80. Now let's get that unit rate. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So we're going to be dividing 80 by 60. So I'm going to step out to the side. I am going to use just scratch paper here real quick because this is pretty easy. One group of 60 is 60. I have 20 left over. So when I have one remainder 20, think about what that means. It means that I have 1 hour with 20 minutes left over, right? Isn't that what that means? 1 hour with 20 minutes left over. Now another, excuse me. All right, we could use our calculator, but what would happen? We'd get a decimal remainder. So we can use our calculator to help us get the division going, but we really need to work it out with our calculator to help us with computations if it's really more difficult problems than what we have here. All right, number 7. All right, I'm just going to say this right now. Number 7 through 12 would be great practice problems. So tell you what, I'm going to let you decide how much you want to do. So if you want to go on to the practice buddy because you feel like you're pretty good at converting time, using the same strategies we've been using all week in conversions, then you can move on to practice buddy. If you want to work a couple, I will get ready to share with you my solutions for problems 7 through 12. All right, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to work any of those, any of these problems 7 through 12. All right, I'm getting ready to share my solution with you guys. We just did 3 through 6 together. All right, so problems 7 through 12. So if you want to take a look at mine, here's 7 through 9. All right, I'm getting ready to flip over. So if you want to pause this, because I'm getting ready to show you 10 through 12, go ahead and pause it. All right, and here are 10 through 12. 11 and 12 are comparisons, okay? So we saw that at the end of the instructional video that Pearson posted in the visual learning example. So we have to pick one of the units to convert to the other. So we're comparing two of the same units together. All right. So I hope you guys do a great job with your practice buddy. Again, you can't just do problems without working them out on paper. So work them out on paper first, okay? And then enter your work on your computer. All right, boys and girls, have a great day, and I will see you soon.